Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We start with breaking news tonight. Tonight, Brown County prosecutors are calling it the largest heroin distribution bust ever. And right now, the suspects are appearing in Brown County Court. Matt Smith live outside the courthouse with the latest. Matt.
All right, Bill, right now prosecutors are laying out some of the details in this case. They're hoping to keep all 10 of these suspects who were arrested yesterday in Brown County. They're hoping to keep them in jail tonight. As we're told, this investigation is far from over. Let's look at some of the video from the courtroom this afternoon. A lot of the information tonight is still being sealed. The investigation is being led by the Brown County Drug Task Force. The charges tonight range from manufacturing and delivering heroin to child neglect charges. The person being described by prosecutors as the main supplier from Chicago within the past 45 minutes was being held in a $250,000 cash bond.
The charges before the court are some of the most significant. What I can say on the record is it is the largest heroin distribution conspiracy that our area has ever been able to identify at this time.
Throughout the afternoon, we have been checking on the background of these 10 suspects. We can tell you a lot of them do have prior drug possession and distribution charges on their record. We're following this story inside the courtroom for you tonight. We'll have the latest coming up tonight on Action 2 News at 10. For now, reporting live in downtown Green Bay, Matt Smith, Action 2 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Cammie is off tonight. New details from an internal investigation released today show why Green Bay police cleared Officer Derek Wickland of any wrongdoing after being accused of using excessive force. The investigation stemmed from this cell phone video taken in April, which was posted online. You can see Wickland pushing Joshua Wenzel into a squad car, tackling him to the ground and hitting him. But it's the perspective of 4 cameras that Green Bay police focused their investigation on and made public today, which includes multiple angles from different parts of downtown. Tonight, we have team coverage. Matt Smith begins with the investigation.
Today, Green Bay police said the incident that happened here in downtown Green Bay needs to be seen from multiple angles. First, the cell phone video that was captured and posted online. Then, the security cameras from nearby bars. And finally, the dash cam video that was rolling in a Green Bay squad.
There were too many presumptions made too early in this.
Today, Green Bay police describe a combative, aggressive suspect seen here in slow-motion dash cam video that within seemingly seconds was thrown onto a squad and to the ground.
This is active resistance.
Before that, the internal report says Joshua Wenzel circled around another officer, was yelling obscenities, and displayed pre-attack postures.
We know there's that portion of society that and that's a small segment, I believe, that's not going to be happy no matter what.
The State Department of Justice review concluded the same, that Officer Wickland didn't use excessive force.
Quite frankly, once you look at everything that has been done, I think that you will see and understand that it's a credible agency that was putting together a transparent investigation.
Also, in this 80-page report, further reasoning from Officer Wickland in how he responded, moving Wenzel into the street away from the crowd, saying 2 years ago he was fighting with someone in nearly the exact same location, and he was kicked in the face. Matt Smith, Action 2 News, Green Bay.
New tonight, an Action 2 News update, 318 times over. Earlier this year, we introduced you to a group called Superheroes Fighting Cancer. An Appleton family started a nonprofit in honor of Chad Wogernes, who died of cancer in September. Chad's wife and kids are now continuing to help parents fighting this disease, with medical bills and special moments for their families. And today, as Matt Smith shows us across Northeast Wisconsin, superheroes seemingly appeared everywhere.
It is free and it is for a great cause. So check it out if you're nearby.
You got the other side? Nice.
It is truly random these days to find something totally free.
We're just random acts here. You don't have to do that.
No strings attached this day, just a memory to make proud.
It's really all about building awareness for the organization.
For 318 days, Chad Wogernes battled cancer. Yesterday, he would have turned 31.
We started doing it just in honor of Chad on all of his birthdays, holidays, anniversaries.
Colleen Wogernes, widow and mom, vows 318 acts of kindness each year anew.
Have a great day. Pay it forward, help somebody out.
From the car wash in Green Bay to across northeast Wisconsin, even the country this weekend, acts seemingly simple, yet rooted deep with impact, promoting a group helping parents during life's random attacks.
And it just astonished me that all of those people that have followed our journey that we don't know, that heard it from someone else, wanted to get together and do something to help the awareness.
Chad Wogernice, we're told, embraced kindness. So who's not to say kindness shouldn't be so random?
Everybody can do something. Hold a door, push in a grocery cart, mow somebody's lawn. Just be nice.
Reporting in Green Bay,
World will be a better place.
Matt Smith, Action 2 News.
Anyone living in Waupaca County in March of 1996 will never forget these images.
In the early morning hours, a train carrying liquid petroleum gas and propane derailed, forcing the entire city of Waiawega to evacuate for more than 2 weeks.
Nearly a decade later, the concern now nationwide is over the boom in crude oil coming from North Dakota's Bakken Formation.
About a year ago, a train carrying Bakken crude derailed in Quebec, killing 47 people, prompting more questions over safety along the nation's railways. And as Matt Smith uncovers and Target 2 investigates, Wisconsin responders are preparing for the what if.
Steve Fensky has seen it and believes it.
Seeing that pile of railroad cars, tankers and boxcars and everything up just in one big pile across the road.
A veteran of the Waupaca County hazmat team, when images of crude oil spilling near Castleton, North Dakota in December appeared, along with the deadly explosion in Quebec, it wasn't hard to think.
It's something that we always talk about, because it could happen again here.
The highly combustible Bakken crude from North Dakota's oil fields is rapidly moving through the country, including through parts of Wisconsin. Nationally, according to federal data, it's estimated 650,000 carloads of crude oil will be transported across the country this year. That's dramatically up from just 9,500 in 2008 when the boom began. A Target 2 analysis of federal data shows no crude oil spills before 2012 in Wisconsin. Since then, there have been 8 spills statewide, a majority of those minor, causing more than $25,000 in damage.
It's just the law of averages. Anytime you have more trains on the system, the possibilities of something going wrong increase.
In response, the federal government recently fast-tracked an emergency order nationwide, forcing all railroads transporting large amounts of Bakken crude, more than 1 million gallons, to notify state officials. The railroad companies didn't want this information public, but in Wisconsin, as Target 2 investigates found out, emergency managers thought otherwise.
We really felt that it was important for the public to know this information.
Through open records laws, Target 2 obtained that data. This map shows the 18 Wisconsin counties large amounts of Bakken crude move through every day along 2 major railroads, as many as 39 trains a week along the state's western border. Train companies cited Homeland Security concerns and wanting to keep this information private. Todd Pritchard is a spokesperson for Wisconsin Emergency Management.
Some information is better than no information, and really before we were getting no information.
According to the data Target 2 obtained, large amounts, more than 1 million gallons of Bakken crude, aren't yet moving through northeast Wisconsin, but emergency responders say it could.
We need to be prepared to be able to deliver these critical services to our residents.
Nina Menashe's Assistant Fire Chief Mike Sippen says crude oil moving through the Fox Valley right now is from Canada, similar to the Bakken crude. Recently, he led emergency responders in a simulated exercise, a train derailment and explosion.
Just reading some of the accounts of what happened in Quebec last year, it certainly sounded like they were completely unprepared for something like this.
Railroads like Canadian National are training first responders statewide too.
You can see on this one.
This tanker recently spent weeks in Wausau, Green Bay.
Here's what the handbrake is.
Training hundreds of local responders on a wide array of potential incidents. The railroad is also sending more than a dozen Wisconsin responders to Colorado this fall, training specifically for a crude oil response, including Waupaca County's Steve Fensky.
So it's good to get that training and work alongside of them. and to know the players beforehand.
Despite the concern, federal data shows railroads consistently spill less crude than other means of transportation. Yet the isolated images, so catastrophic, have Wisconsin responders constantly thinking, what if? Matt Smith, Action 2 News.